I've got early access from Perplexity to try Comet, the first AI browser, and that's what I used it for. Perplexity Comet, it's the world's first truly agentic AI browser. So unlike Google Chrome, which is just a window to web pages, Comet isn't just a tool for surfing the internet. It's an actual digital co-pilot. So if you're having an assistant that not only finds what you need, but also reads, summarizes, organizes, and even acts on your behalf, turning hours of manual browsing work into seconds of smart automation, all within the browser, like without you needing to get in and out and use different tools at the same time. So first of all, this is the email I received. I click on that and then it takes you to this page, download Comet. There you go. Then you download Comet and then it takes you to here. First thing I want to comment on is the user experience. It's absolutely outstanding. The website is just so beautiful. And when I downloaded this, I just felt like I just stepped into some spa. Like the music, the whole experience is just so relaxing. It's so beautifully thought. So here you use Chrome profile, AI, for example. And here I just entered my security details. I don't know if you have any set on your laptop. If you don't, you may not need to enter anything. Otherwise, it could be, your laptop password or any security details that you have to be able to install an extension or a plugin or whatever. Here we go. Should call it your AI girl. Continue. Start. Here, you can obviously untick any of these boxes that are already ticked. I love Perplexity and I am more than happy to help them improve their user experience. So I leave it on. So here, when you go into to try the Comet Assistant, it just gives you like some use cases. Here, for example, summarize the email or respond to this customer, for example. So these are just like use cases, how you can use it within the browser. It's got like so many use cases. Here, it's asking it to respond to a customer or a colleague or whatever. And then it respond and then it can schedule the meeting into the calendar. It can add it to the calendar. But before that, obviously, you need to connect it to your Gmail calendar. You need to connect it to anything that you want it to use, basically. So here, how you can put together grocery cart on Instacart. So I've seen all these use cases before. I'm gonna jump straight into what I did with it. But these are the first things that you're gonna see when you join. Okay, so I'm just gonna jump all of this and then I'm going to go to what I did with it here. So first of all, I've got two invitations. I decided to give one to one of my subscribers. So if you are a subscriber and you have a pro Perplexity member, or even if you don't, but you want to have a pro Perplexity member, because I think you need to be at least, you need to be a max member. I am not a max user. I've been considering it, but I'm not. I got invited as a pro user. So I'm assuming if I invite you to it as a pro user, I think you might still be able to use it because I can use it as a pro user. And if you are not a pro user, but you are considering becoming a pro so you can use Comet, I'll leave a link below so you can have you can become a pro. I think it's like about is it $20 a month? I can't remember how much I'm paying, but with the link I will send you, you can have $10 off. So you can try basically Comet with $10 the first month. If you really like it, you can stay on. Otherwise, you can always cancel. But honestly, it's definitely worth it. Just as a sum, just for the Comet. But anyway, long story short, I will just do a random draw on the people that will live comments on the video, and I will choose one in the next couple of days to send an invitation to. Here we go. Let's jump straight into it. So here I asked it, for example, I would like you to empty my junk emails in my inbox. I've got this inbox that's got just all the random stuff, newsletter I had subscribed to in the past that I don't really, check very often. It asks me to connect my Gmail. I haven't connected to anything. I've just only installed it right now. So I'm going to go and connect it. Here, I'm just going to give it access to everything. You can choose, pick what you want to give it access to for the sake of this demonstration and other demonstrations I'm going to do. I'm just going to give it access to everything for this inbox. Here you go. Now, I'm going to ask it to access it. Empty my junk emails in my inbox. Here we go. Now it's gone into it. I'm going to open a new tab. I want to access my Gmail and see what it's actually doing. So this is the email address. I've got tons of junk emails. This like spam. So I've got 25 spams here. Let's see what it's going to do with it. Here we go. Boom. Here, for example, it says, oops, something went wrong. So I'm assuming that spam got deleted already. I'm just gonna refresh and check again. Here we go. Spam is gone. So it deleted all the spams in my inbox, which is fabulous. Now let's say I want to organize all of the inbox into different labels. I'm gonna ask it to organize it into like different categories. Let's say I want it like the first category to be subscriptions. So all these categories here, I want it to organize it into all of that. Okay. Promotions. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. Okay. Now it's Perplexity doing the work. So when it turns blue, it's not me doing it. It's the Comet. It's the browser actually going into my inbox and doing this work for me. So it's going, it's creating the label, it's typing. It's like it's got its own laptop what it's typing. So it's typing label, the labels like personal. Here it's typing partnership. So all the labels I asked it to type, it's actually typing it for me and organizing it for me. Well, I hope so anyway. Okay. Promotion. So here it can't create a label named promotion because it's a reserved system label. Yes, because Gmail has already a category called promotion. So it's not going to replicate that, which kind of like makes sense. So I did ask it, can you move the emails to the labels accordingly? So it can it can move things into subscriptions, personal, partnerships, inquiries, and it can organize it accordingly. Okay, let's see what it does. There we go. Here it already started. It started organizing things. So like when it turns into like that blue thing, it means it's the Comet that is actually working. So it's browsing the internet, it's checking out which ones are going to be the subscriptions. So that's the newsletter, service updates, example, Medium Daily Digest, Google Security Alerts. Right, I'll have to see. Okay. So now it says the process is ongoing and your inbox will become increasingly organized as more emails are sorted according to these categories. So we'll come back and take a look later if it actually did sort out my inbox or not. Okay, now let's move to the other use case. So here I asked it to pile up a list for my food shopping. I did say that I mainly want to eat fish and vegetables this week. So now pile up food shopping list. So it just went and it started like piling up like some vegetables, some meat and fruits, vegetables, fish and fruits. So it did pile up some like some ingredients, and then I said I wanted you to actually go and buy me those ingredients. And when I did that, it came back asking me, okay, what shop shall I use? Like, is it Tesco, Waitrose? And I'm like, okay, just use Tesco, like online shopping in Tesco. So it went and it started looking how it can shop from Tesco online. So it started this research. To proceed with your food shopping at Tesco, you need to sign into your Tesco account first. So I don't have a Tesco account. I don't really shop from Tesco online. I'm just gonna register and see where that takes us. So I've just registered and now, okay. So what it did first, it went into Tesco and it booked a slot for the delivery. And now it started looking at fish and buying things. Like I did not give it any budget. I did not give it any other requirements I could have done. It would be interesting to see how it works with those. I just told it I just want fish and vegetables. Go and buy me that for the week. So here is just clicking. I can just see it's buying mackerel, salmon, and it's gonna go and add some. Okay, and it's updating the basket. Like I can see, look, the baskets are there. Offer savings. I guess it would be interesting if I also say only buy from club card price, like if I do have a club card, which I don't. Um, but it'd be interesting to just like add more filters to see how it's gonna work with those. So now it's adding vegetables like broccoli and other vegetables, sardines, cold fillets, haddock fillets, prawns, broccoli, peas, mixed vegetables. Okay, so here we go. So it's actually went and it's doing all of this for me. It's just like incredible. So now it finished. It said a click and collect slot is booked for Sunday, July 27th between 1 and 2 p.m. at the whatever location, Hazelmere location. The basket is being built with your focus on fish and vegetables. So far, it includes salmon, trout, mackerel, sardines, haddock, cod, prawns, Mediterranean mixed vegetables, broccoli, and more. Would you like to review the basket or add any additional items? And then you just gotta have to, if it's okay, then that's okay. If you want to add more, then you add more. Okay. I'm not actually going to go ahead with this. I'm just going to leave it for now, but this is amazing. I guess if you want it to really buy it for you, you just need to add your payment details. So you just need to connect it to your account details. I'll look into that later. And then it actually goes and buys and does the grocery shop for you. Okay, so here what I did is I just did ask it to close any unnecessary tabs, like the tabs that I'm not really using. I would like just close any tab. So like I don't have like lots of tabs just to see what it's gonna do. So it went and actually closed pretty much everything apart from the active tab. So like, you actually did close one of the tabs that I am using. I'm still like that's got an active project. I mean, it did reopen it straight away, but I think what it probably does is just it closes all the tabs that you're not actively using right now, rather than actually assessing how long you've been working on a tab, if it's got an ongoing project or not. So it just went and closed everything and left me just with one tab open, which was the tab I was working on that at that moment. But that was easily rectified because it just went here and it just got me the tab that had the active project that I was working on right now. So now I did ask it, can you create a Google Sheet and send to my email with a list of aesthetic clinics in London that have 1 to 3 employees? The spreadsheet should have the clinic name, the website, email address. If the email address is not available, is to include the WhatsApp number instead. Okay, now it's like, oh, to create and share your Google Sheet, I'll need email address you want it to send to. So I am going to just give it my email address here, continue, and wait, let's see. Okay, it said it did create a Google Sheet for me. Now let's go and find that got this email address that says you requested a Google Sheet titled London Aesthetics Clinics. And here we go. The clinics included are EC Clinic London, London Beauty Clinic, Skin Clinics, blah, 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 blah. Okay, now what I want actually this list, this clinic. Okay, I want it in a Google Drive. Let me see what it did find. Let me go into my Google Drive and see what I can find here. So this is the aesthetic clinics in London. Here we go. I did create a Google Sheet that is called Aesthetic Clinics London with a clinic name, website, address, phone number, and location. Here we go. So it did that. What I want now, it's because it's empty, so I'm just going to tell it, actually, this Google Sheet is empty. Can you fill it up for me with the required information? Let's see what it does. Now it's compiling a list. Is actually, so it's hands off. It's actually, again, you see that bluish, sky blue, kind of like going like this. That's Comet working, it's not me. But now it looks like it did stop. So it found the Google Sheet, but it didn't do anything. It did stop. So I'm just going to ask it, why did you stop? Please continue. Okay. So now it did find the file, the sheet, Aesthetic Clinics London, and now it is actually working on it. So it's reasoning, it's trying to find a clinic name, it's changing a few things, not sure why, website, address, phone number, location. Right. Now it's actually telling you what it's doing. Good. Now I'm in cell C1. I can see the formula bar still shows website, but the name box shows C1. Let me enter email address in this cell. Perfect. I can see the email address. Okay, so it's just like it's basically just trying to figure out where the information will go. So it's changing a few things and then going back and rechanging it. But at the end of the day, I want to know if it's gonna give me the right information or not. Let's see what it's gonna do here. So it's actually it's got rid of the headers like clinic name, location, address, and it's replacing it with the data itself. So I wonder what if I had asked it to skip that line and then start filling from there, if it would have done it accordingly. Because now it seemed like it's giving me data, but it's just, it got rid of those headers. I'll have to try this this a bit more. So we go. Yeah, so it actually did give me a list of clinics. I know it's not more. I can always say, okay, can you add more? And it will probably give me a bigger list. But this is enough for the sake of this. So it actually gave me the website of the clinic, the websites here, and some email addresses available, some WhatsApps available. So this one that's only got the website, but it doesn't have any email or WhatsApp. But that's pretty good. That's pretty good so far. So it can actually scrape the web and get you all that information instead of you going into website by website and trying to find that information. It can actually do that for you, which is, to be honest, it's great. So the beauty about this is like you can do that with like automated, like platforms like N10. I have already done this like with an automation, and it's beginner friendly. Like if you want to go and check this video here, so it did scrape aesthetic clinics to London, but I used a scraper like Apify, which is very good at scraping clinics, at scraping information on the internet. It's like the easiest way to scrape data from the internet. But this one, you don't really need to use any of that. It actually goes and uses its own capabilities to do that for you. Obviously, it's not automated, but you can use that for your own business. Like if you're in marketing, if you're whatever information that you're looking for clients, you're looking for like specific data online, you can use that for your own business. You cannot automate it. If you want to automate it, I'm sure we will get there at some point. We need the API to access the browser. I'm not sure how this is going to unfold in the future. It would be super interesting to see, but I think that's where the world is headed. So we're heading from technical to completely not technical. It's just doing things with simple prompts. And I think this is really, really insane.